Welcome, my dear friends. Today, our topic is we have to apply the Kirchhoff's second law, that is, loop law, for a given circuit. Before we are going to that, I would like to tell once the loop law, that is, the algebraic sum of the increases and decreases in potential difference across various components of the circuit in a closed circuit loop must be zero. That means in our circuit there are so many loops are there. This is one loop, this is another loop, this is totally we have taken as a another loop, and there are three loops. So what he said is the various components of the circuit in a closed circuit must be, that means the potential difference must be zero. Actually it is works on the based on the conservation of energy. Now we have to apply our second law to this circuit in a different stages. So in the different stages means we have to take, here there are so many loops. That means this is one loop, a c d f a. That means where we have started there we have to be stopped until we have to reach, then that is called as a loop. This is one loop, and this is another loop, and this is another loop. That means totally in the clockwise direction there are three loops. At the same time, we may have to take the loop in the anti-clockwise direction. That means A, F, D, C, B, A is one loop, and F, H, G, D, E, F is one loop, and H, G, D, C, B, A, F, H. This is another loop. That means actually in this we are going to be, apply the law for 6 times. So one by one I would like to explain you. That is first one, step one. That means here what the loop I have taken is a b c d, a b c d e f. Just look at that circuit, my dear students. A b c d e f a. Just you can do the keen observation. So I would like to draw that once again. Why? Because here we have to apply the sign convention. So the sign convention is very important for us. That's way I am drawing this one. That means in this first loop, that means a b c d e f loop. So this is the a, this is the positive terminal of the battery, negative terminal, and point b we are taking, and this is the first battery. There the potential difference is v1 given. That means that is a battery. The resistance is r1, and this point we are calling as a d, c, and this is d, and second resistor we have connected that one in a parallel series. That means for this series, okay, so this point we are taking as a e. Another battery also we have connected, that means emf, that is i2, that is i2, and this is positive terminal and this is negative terminal. This is our loop. Now we are applying that towards this, but actually, okay, actually here we the current passing is this direction, but we are taking the loop in this direction. Okay, that's way we have to be take the first two, we have to calculate the potential difference because of the batteries. The potential difference because of the batteries is potential difference due to batteries equals to, here actually we know that the current flow will exist in this direction. This is that means this positive terminal is showing us a high potential area, and it is low potential area. As we know that the charge carriers will take transfer from high concentration region to the low concentration region, but here those are opposite to the current direction. That's why here we have to take the minus v1 and negative to positive. The current flow is exist from negative to positive. That means here it is opposite, positive to negative. That's why we are taking there negative, and across this one it is negative to positive. That's why we need to take that minus. That means this is the potential difference because of the batteries. And also same we have to apply the sign rules, that is potential difference at resistances. So these are opposite to the batteries condition whatever we have taken. So that is here, this is the flow of the current direction. This is the negative. So in the negative direction, at the point R1, that means at the point R1, that means at the resistor, what is the potential difference is the current flowing is I1 and the resistance is R1. That's why according to Ohm's law, V equals to IR. V equals to IR. According to that one, I1 R1. And if you come here, so it is in the opposite direction. That's why we have to take minus I2 R2. The net or total potential difference, every time I'm not writing fully, equals to minus V1 V plus V2 plus I1 R1 minus R2 I2 R2 according to our law, which is equals to the 0. Okay, this is our first loop. This is for our first loop. Now for the second loop we have to be apply. What is the second loop? The second loop we are taking as in a reverse direction. That means loop we are considering as A F E D B A F E D C B A or A F E D C B. Finally we have to reach CB. Finally we have to reach A. That means once again if we draw that, this is positive terminal, negative terminal, potential difference V1. The current flowing is negative terminal to the positive terminal. That's why A and F. The current here is I2 and the battery, one more battery is also connected there. That is plus minus, and point we are taking the C D. This is R1 and this is R2. Now in this situation we are taking the loop, that means that is also called as direction of action. The direction of action is along this direction. So along this direction means the current flowing direction. So potential difference at batteries. Okay, so it is along that direction. That's why we have to take positive only. That means V1. But here, if we take from positive terminal to the negative terminal, the potential is positive terminal to the negative terminal. That's why we have to take minus V2. Same like that at resistances. At resistances, suppose if we take at the R2, it is negative terminal. It was connected to the negative terminal. That's why we have to take plus, and whatever the current is flowing in the opposite direction, that is I2 and I2 R2. And suppose if you come here, this resistor one end is connected to the here, but the current flow is, that means we are taking the loop in this direction. That's why we have to take minus, that means I1 R1. Therefore total potential difference is equals to the V1 minus V2 plus I2 R2 minus I1 R1. According to our loop law, it is equals to the 0. This is the second one. This is the second loop. First loop, second loop. So now we have to come to the same, we have to apply for the third one. So I am going to be apply that one to the third one. What is the third one? F, E, D, G, H, F. Okay, I am going to draw that diagram in our next page. This is our third loop. So this is our third loop. Here I1 plus I2. Why I1 plus I2? Why? Because I1 current is coming here and I2. That means here the total current is I1 plus I2. That means here whatever the current is flowing is I1 plus I2, and the third resistor we are calling as R3. That means now we are taking the circuit, that means loop from F to E, E to D, D to Z, Z to H. So here also we are taking that loop in a opposite direction to the flow of the current. Opposite direction to the flow of the current. That means we are taking in this direction. Okay, so that is also called as direction of action. According to the direction of action, so suppose if you want to calculate the potential difference at batteries, how many batteries are there? Only one battery is there. So is the current flow is exist from the negative to the positive or not? Yes, that's why we have to take minus V2. And at resistances, how many resistances are there? Two resistances are there. Now we have to be apply that one here and there. Suppose if we apply at resistance here, so we are taking that in this direction. That's why first we have to apply here. Suppose if you apply this one, it is the positive. Why? Because opposite direction to the current flow. That means that is connected to the negative. That means where there, that means at this point at the resistor 2 the potential difference is V2, that means I2 R2, I2 R2. And we have to calculate the potential difference at this point, that is V equals to IR. How much I here? I1 plus I2, I1 plus I2 into V equals to IR. Resistance is R3, but it is the opposite direction. That's why we have to take that means it is a in the same direction we are taking, that means positive. Therefore the total potential difference across the loop equals to minus V2 plus I2 R2 I2 R2 plus I1 R3 I1 plus I2 into R3, which equals to 0, which equals to 0. So previously we have taken that one in the clockwise direction. Now we have to take the loop. We have to apply the same law for the anti-clockwise. Anti-clockwise means F to H, H to G, G to D, D to E, E to F. FH. Now the loop is FH, GD, EF. That means this is the second battery. The potential difference there EMF is V2, and this is the positive terminal, negative terminal, the current flowing direction. The I2 is the current and F is the point we are taking, and H, the current flowing along this direction is actually because of the two batteries I1 plus I2, and there are two resistors we are using. So this is R3 and this is second resistor, that is R2, and these points we are calling as G and D. G and D. So this is the point we are calling as a E. Okay, now we are applying the loop law along this direction, anti-clockwise direction. So here a potential difference at batteries, the potential difference at batteries which is equals to the same direction, that's way V2 only. Next, a potential difference because of at resistances. Actually we have to calculate those values in the individual, but directly I am writing here. So here suppose if you take, it is along the direction the resistance is in the reverse. That's way minus I1 plus I2 into R3 minus here the potential difference is current into resistance. Current is I2 and the resistance is R2. Therefore total is V2 minus I1 plus I2 into R3 minus I2 R2, which is equals to 0 according to our law. Next, the next loop what we are taking is a big loop. That means it is a big loop means this one A, C, D, G, H, F, A. Okay, we can take from anywhere. Okay, but here what we should remember is the sign convention is very important. So I would like to draw that one, that is A. This is the terminal A, and positive terminal, negative terminal, resistor, first resistor, that means R1. This is the first battery. The potential difference is V1 and the current flowing is I1, and this is the point, that means big loop H, and the current flowing from here is I1 plus I2, and another resistor is also connected there. That resistor we are calling as R3, and these terminals we are calling as, these points we are calling as G, C and G. Okay, now which direction we are taking? First we are taking, we are taking from H2, that means in this direction, that means anti-clockwise direction. That means loop here is we are taking from H to G, G to C, C to A, C to A. That means there is a point. So there, that is B. H to G, G to C, C to B, and B to A, and finally where we have started H. That means HGC BAH. That means at batteries, how many batteries are here? Only one battery, and also that is also uh, uh, the direction of the current is also in this direction, and direction of action, that means we are taking along this direction. That's way the potential difference we have to take as a positive. And what about the resistance? So the potential difference at resistances. At resistances. How many resistances are there? Two resistances. So we are taking in this direction. Okay, but the current we are taking, the current is flowing along the direction. So during that time, what we have to do take is the potential difference at the point we have to be taken as a negative. That means here at the point R3, minus of I1 plus I2 into R3, and this is also same. That means what is the current there? I1. And what is the resistance? R1. This is the minus I1 R1 is the potential difference at the point at the resistor R1. Therefore the total means V1 minus I1 plus I2 into R3 minus I1 R1. According to this circuit law, the potential difference across the loop is 0. This is the fifth loop. Fourth loop and fifth loop. So in the final case, what we have to do? We have to apply in the clockwise direction. Yes, once again I am stressing you, that is the sign convention is very very important. That means in which direction we are taking, either maybe taking from the clockwise direction or anti-clockwise direction. That is very important. Okay, suppose whenever we are taking the potential difference at the batteries, suppose if the current is passing through that direction, on that direction we are taking positive. Okay, suppose if we are considering the loop in the opposite direction, we have to take the negative. Okay, so there is only one more step is there I would like to explain. Okay, based on the circuit diagram. Yes, so the sixth loop, what is the sixth loop? So A to the battery 1, that means V1, the potential difference is V1, the current passing through that one is I1, positive terminal, negative terminal, this is the point B, and we have connected to the resistor R1, and this point we are calling as a C, and this is the G point, and the resistor is R3. Why? Because we are taking a big loop. Okay, and the current flowing through that because of the two batteries is I1 plus I2 or I2 plus I1. This is we are calling as H. So in this situation, how we have to take? So in this situation, the direction of action we are taking is along this direction. So if we are taking along the direction at batteries, the potential difference is at the batteries, the potential difference is along this direction we are taking. That means positive to the negative, but the current flowing is negative to the positive. That's why we have to take minus 1. And at resistances, how many resistances are there? Two resistances. The first resistance is R1. Okay, the current is I1. That's way the current is I1 R1, and we are coming along across this direction. That's way here the current which is equals to the I2 plus I1, I2 plus I1 or I1 plus I2 into R3. Therefore, total which is equals to minus V1 plus I1 R1 plus I1 plus I2 into R3 equals to 0. This is the very important topic. So suppose if you like, please subscribe, and thank you. If you have any